Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have already discussed about that things with you, which tools will be needed. So I hope everything is now set up in your computer. So now in this video, I want to create one of the React project, and also I want to create another Laravel project. So before do that work, make that sure you install that Node.js. So I have already discussed about that things with you friends. So simply go to that Node.js official website, and from here you can download the current version rather than the 14.17.3 LTS version. Okay, so just simply click it on here. Automatically it should be download one of the exe file, and here you have to install it. So after that install, if you want to check that version, you can also check it if you go to that your command prompt. So into the command prompt, if you write down as a node and then -v, click as a enter. So now you can see I have already installed that Node.js. For the reasons it's now showing my Node.js version right now I'm using as a v13.8.0. so make that sure you download this Node.js file and also install it. So after that install, you can actually check it with this command as a node v, then automatically it will be display the version. Okay, so if you successfully install it, then that will be actually display this version rather than it will be not display. So make that sure you download it and install it. Okay friends, so right now I have already installed it and my version as a v13, which is totally fine. So right now we don't need this. And then I want to do, first of all, I want to create one of the React project. So if you want to create that React project, I have already discussed about that things with you friend. I hope you already know how to create one of the React project. If you go to that reactjs.org, that is our official website. From here, if you go to that docs, so into the docs, that is another option as a create new React app. So if you select as a create new React app, then you will get that command line. You can see that is actually the command line. So now I want to create one of the new project. I copy it. So in my desktop, I have also created one of the folder. Okay, into the desktop here, I actually created one of the folder as e-commerce. So into this e-commerce folder, I want to do, as I told you friend, that will be actually two parts. One will be for the front end, another will be for the back end, right? So better for the front end, I want to create another folder as a user. Okay, so here I will actually create our React project, and for the backend I will use that Laravel, right? So now I want to create another folder that will be for the admin. Okay, so that will be as the admin. Great. So here for the user I want to install that React.js, and for the backend I want to install that Laravel. Okay, I hope you already know both of these, how to install that React, how to create another project with the Laravel. So first of all, I want to create another React project, so that will be in our user folder. So into the user folder, I want to do, here I open it, and now I want to open with the CMD. Okay, I want to open with the CMD, and now I want to click as a enter. So that is our appropriate file locations, right? So into the desktop, I have created one of the folder as e-commerce, and here, but I want to make it a little bit big size. Okay, so here I make it as a little bit big size. So perfect. So now I have already created one of the folder as a e-commerce folder in our desktop folder, and here I have created now another folder as a user. So here I want to create another React project. So if you have to create this React project, here you have to run it as a npm create React app and the my app. So now I copy it, and then here I want to paste it. Okay, so that is our appropriate position as the npx create React app and then my app. So this my app will be actually your project name. So I want to create another project. I name it as ecom. Okay, I name it as ecom. So now it will be created this type of one of the project as a ecom, right? So that's all. So now I want to create this project. Now if you click as a enter, so now it will be downloaded all that file from the internet, and here it will be created another folder as the ecom folder. So now friend, it will be downloaded all that file from the internet, and it may take little time. Okay, so it may take little time, so better when it will be done, then I will come back again. So friend, here you can see our React project is now successfully created, right? So friend, if you go to our strategy, that means our e-commerce project strategy will be, that should be one of the admin dashboard, another will be for our user web application, right? So for our user web application, that will be one of the pure React client applications. So I have already created our React applications, right? So which is totally fine. So here I have created one of the React, that is our ecom. which is totally fine. So now if you want to access it, what exactly you have to do? So there is another command as a cd and then app. That means that is your project name. Cd means the change directory, and then you have to go to your this project. So I have already created our project name as ecom. So now I want to change this directory as a cd, and now our project name, I name it as ecom, so that will be as ecom. So now if you click as a enter, now you can see it's now redirected. That means it's now changed that directory. Before that was as a user, and now that is the ecom. Okay, and after that ecom, if you want to run your project, then another command as a npm start, right? So here we have to run it. So better I run it as a npm and start. So now click as a enter, then our project will be run. Okay, so then our project will be run in here, so which is totally fine. And also now I want to create our another project. Now you can see that is starting the development server. So our server is working, so it will be automatically loaded in our this browser. You can see it's now loaded, and that is our port as a local host as a 3000, and you can see that is our React project, which is totally fine. Okay, and now we have to work for our admin dashboard. So into the admin will use that Laravel. So I want to go to that Laravel official website, and now if you go to the documentation, and into this documentation, you can see that is the latest version as the 8. So now I want to install it via the composer. That is another option as the install via composer. So if you click it on here, that is install via composer. So first of all, here I want to install that composer. So friend, I have already installed it in my system, but if you want to install it from the beginning, you can also do that work. But I want to go to that get composer.org. So from here you have to go to that download, and here you have to install it. That means you have to run this command. So I simply copy it and now go to our admin folder. So that is our user folder, which is fine. And now I want to go to our admin, and here I want to run with the cmd again. I run with the cmd, and then here I want to first of all paste it. So here you can see I just simply paste it. So it will be install that composer in particular that area. You can see it's now installing that composer. You can see that is perfect, and there is an unlink as a composer setup first. So when you click as a unlink, then our this composer setup.php will be gone. Click as a enter. Now that should be unlink. Perfect. So if you want to also check that composer, which composer version you are using, you can also check it with the composer. Okay, composer and then v. Click as a enter. Now you can see it's actually giving you all that instructions, and you can see there is a composer version right now I'm using as a version 2.0.9. okay, so with this you can actually install it, and also if you want to update your composer, you can update it. So that's all. Here I have already installed that composer, which is totally fine. Okay, which is totally fine. You can also use that for the composer update, then automatically that will be updated. Okay, so which is totally fine. And now I want to install and to create another project. If you go to that Laravel official website, right now we don't need this. I close it, and that is a Laravel. I want to create another new project. I copy it. Okay, that will be as a composer create project Laravel, and that will be your project name. So here, so that is our ecom and the admin. Here I want to paste it. Okay, sorry, I want to do that will be actually composer. This one I want to copy it, and then here I want to paste it. So that will be as a composer create project Laravel, and then example app I want to change it. I name it whatever the name actually you choose. So now I name it as the admin ecom. Okay, I name it as the admin ecom. So this type of one of the project I want to create for our admin panel. Now click as a enter. So friend, now also it should be downloaded all that file from to the internet. Okay, make that sure you are connected with the internet. It will be created one of the folder name as a admin ecom. It will be created one of the folder. You can see it's already created. So it may take little time. Okay, it may also take little time. Better when it will be done, then I will come back again. So friend, here you can see our Laravel project is also now successfully created, right? So here our Laravel project is created, and that is all that our Laravel file. So I hope you already know about it, because in fundamental I have already discussed about that things with you. So now after that, what exactly we have to do? We have to change that directory to our folder name. That means whatever the project I have created, and then we have to run as a PHP artisan serve. So now I have created our folder name as a admin ecom. So I want to change that directory. So that is our admin, and I want to change the directory as a cd and then the admin ecom. Okay, so now if you click as a enter, you can see it's now successfully changed that directory as a admin ecom. And here we have to run as a php artisan and then serve. Now click as a enter. Now you can see our php artisan serve is now successfully running. So that is our server name. So I want to run it. I copy it, and then if you go in particular that area, click as a enter. Now you can see our Laravel project is now successfully created. And here there is a Laravel version as a 8.5.0, and right now I'm using that PHP version as in 7.4.11, which is totally fine. So I didn't create any database, so I will do that things later for the when I work with our admin panel. Then we'll actually create another database, and also we have to configure this database, right? So I will do that things later. Right now, first of all, I want to complete that our first portion for our user view. That means our front end. Okay. So here, if you go to our strategy, into the project strategy, I have already installed that admin with the Laravel, and also I created another project as a React. Okay, friend. So friend, as I told you, that will be one of the PWA application. That means the progressive web application. So with this progressive application also you have to manage everything that should be applicable for the browsers. So with this browser we'll deliver that same project to the Android app and the iOS app, right? So for the reasons we have to work in our client view. That means I simply install it. As I told you, I didn't create any database, so we'll do the things later. For the admin, if you go to our user, so into the user, that is our ecom. So into this ecom, if you go to that public, into the public, you can see there is one of the file as a manifest. So here we have to actually maintain that progressive web application, all that features. Okay, so step by step, everything will be more clear. So I simply created both of these application. One is the React, another is the Laravel, right? Which is totally fine. So now here we have to work. So better I want to take this project. I want to take this project in our this visual code editor. As I told you, for our React I will use that visual code editor, and for the Laravel I will use that Sublime text editor. Okay, so for the React project I want to click as the open folder. I click as open folder, and into the desktop I have created one of the folder name. As e-commerce. So that is our e-commerce, and that is our user, right? And that is our ecom folder. So I select it. Now click as a select folder, and you can see all that our file is now available in here. And also I want to do the same things for our Laravel project. I want to add it in our Sublime text editor. Click as a simply, rather than you can also just go there and now go to that e-commerce, and that is our admin, and that is our admin Laravel project, right? So I want to take it. So that is a drag and drop. I will simply take it, and here I paste it. Okay, so now you can see all that our Laravel project into the Sublime text editor area, and all that our React project in our this visual code editor. So friend, as I told you, here we have to maintain our PWA applications, all that features, because that will be one of the progressive web application. We'll develop one of the web version. We'll also develop one of the Android apps and the iOS apps. So here we have to maintain all that our theme color. That means when it will be loaded into the apps, then how that our theme color will be, background color, start URL description, short name, everything we have to set in our this file. So in our public, into the public, there is one of the file as a manifest.json. Okay, so here we have to work. So how can working with this in our next video? I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.